Hello, Chief. Good evening, Raymond. How are you doing? Well, I should be asking you that, boss. I was over at the hospital to see you when I got off work. They didn't let you in? The doctors said you were asleep. Oh, right. I tried to get to you, but they wouldn't let me. Is there anything the matter? Why would you want to see me so urgently? I just wanted to know how you were doing, that's all. How's your health, Chief? I wish I could say I am getting better, but I'm not. It just gets worse with each passing day. Oh, I'm sorry about that. There's no need to be sorry, Raymond. These things are inevitable, you know. I just hope and pray that you come out of this strong, like the warrior that you are. Why do I feel like you're pulling my legs? But I'm not. We miss you here at the office, sir. I'm being serious here. I would have believed that if I didn't already know you well enough. I'm sure you're having a swell time being the man in charge for the time being. Well, I'm not gonna lie. I hope it lasts longer. What did you say? Nothing, boss. Uh-huh. I knew it. You knew what? That you were lying to me. Uh-huh. On a more serious note, though, I really want you to get better. We need you here. It's not easy making decisions for the company. Not to talk of the stress of having to drive all the way to the hospital each time your signature is needed. Would be a lot easier if you could make my own signature work. Yours is too difficult to forge. That's one leverage I could never give a man like you, Raymond. Come on, Chief. Raymond, I don't trust you to handle such privilege well enough. But boss, I really need to rest now. We'll talk about this later. Even though I am quite worried. What troubles you, sir? I fear for the continuance of my company. What if I died today? Who would take over all I have worked for? I do not understand. For the longest time, I've wanted to pass everything I own to my child. Someone with my blood running in his veins. But you do not have any. My point exactly. For the longest time I chased after money and fame with so much zeal and determination. I never once thought to settle down and start a family of my own. Or I could say I never once felt the need to do so. But now, what changed? I regret it now, and I'm afraid I'm a little too old to do anything about it. Not every establishment gets handed down to a blood-related offspring, you know. Sometimes these things are done based on who has served the longest. Like me, in this case. I was considering that in the beginning, Raymond, believe me. But then, I thought of something. I may have a child somewhere. What? Say, 25 years ago, I had a fling. She was my girlfriend at the time, but everything died between us the day she told me she was pregnant. I was just starting out on my career and really wasn't ready to be a dad. So I asked her to get rid of it. Do you know if she did? I'm not sure. I never heard from her again. Now I realized I lost a treasure when I lost her. Lucia. She was so beautiful and supportive. I couldn't do anything without her. I think I should have a picture of her. Oh, here it is. The baby changed everything. Do you know where she might be? No, I've searched for her everywhere, with all the best resources I could afford, but it has all proved futile. I don't know if she's still alive or if she later had the baby, but that's the only thing standing between you and being the CEO of this company. Imelda, why are you not taking my calls or replying to my texts?
I'm sorry, sir. I had to use the restroom.
Where are the forms and documents I asked you to submit at my desk?
I've done that.
I asked you to specifically submit this in person.
But I did, sir.
I was not here when you did, silly girl. That doesn't count as in person. Will you get in here right now?
Just a second. I'll be there soon.
I want you here this instant. And bring me a freshly made burger from the cafeteria while you're at it.
I'm sorry, boss, but that's not my job.
What did you just say to me?
I said it's not my job to make your sandwiches or burgers, Mr. Raymond. My job is hard enough as it is. Please do not make it harder.
Why are you even complaining? Because I asked for a simple burger? Isn't that what women are supposed to do anyway? You're meant to be in the kitchen.
I'm sorry if you feel that way, but here I'm just as much a worker as you are. There should be no gender discrimination in the workplace. I'm supposed to manage your paperwork and the financial affairs of this company. And the fact that I report directly to you does not mean you have the right to treat me like trash or order me around. If anything at all, I've been due for a promotion for 2 years now. Yet every year you promote someone below me, leaving me feeling stranded and frustrated.
There cannot be 2 captains on a ship, Imelda. If this is the way you talk back at me as a common accountant, what will you do if you're promoted, huh? As a matter of fact, come in for a demotion letter.
What?
Are you surprised? The CEO ordered it. Thankfully, he shares the same views with me about women not being needed in places of high social standings such as these. Y'all are already proud and nosy. Giving you promotions in the workplace will only make it worse.
You can't do that, Mr. Raymond!
Don't blame me. I'm only doing what's best for the company. You know, reducing the rates of insubordination in the hierarchy. This is, how do they say it? One small step for man and a giant leap for mankind, right?
I am not going to let you do this to me. I was hired to work in this office as an accountant. For years, you've blatantly refused to give me the promotion I deserve. And now, all of a sudden, you hit me with a demotion? What do you want me to work as right now? A cleaning lady? Or maybe in the cafeteria with Mrs. Wright?
Now that you mention it, I think that could work as well.
I didn't mean it literally. I need this job to be able to take care of my mother. You cannot just take away my source of livelihood because you have a thing against women. That's your personal choice. I'm in this office because I have earned my spot here, and I deserve to keep my job.
Feisty, I like it. Maybe you're not as much of a dumbass as I thought you were. That's great. You could have a shot at keeping your job, though. Only if you shut your trap and get me the burger I requested. And this is not for you. Don't get it twisted. It's for your sick and dying mom.
Yes, boss.
That's better. Also, get me a cold Coke and some spicy fries.
Yes, boss.
Yes. And while you're at it, help me get Mr. Gulliver's file from the HR department on the 3rd floor.
That's all the way down on the 3rd floor. And I have to come up to your office with it on the very last floor?
You know it.
But I'm already on the last floor. Can they not send it to your email?
No. I want it in hard copy.
There's literally a printer in your office.
Stop whining like you're not going to use the elevators. Just shut up and do what I asked you to do already. And you have just 5 minutes to do everything. Else, you lose your job.
Hello, Imelda. Hi, Mom. Good evening.
Good evening.
It's 10 at night, Imelda. I've been expecting you. Where have you been? I just got off work, Mom. And you know how I'm about driving home at night. I had to crash at a colleague's place. Don't you get off work at 4? Why did you stay so long today? Mr. Raymond is a pain in my behind, Mom. He had me running from pillar to post all day. My bones are practically shaking right now. Oh, I'm so sorry about that, my darling. I just want to quit at this point, Mom. I'm tired. You won't believe he asked me to make him burgers and fries. Fries, Mom. Did you make it? Did I have a choice? He threatened to take my job should I even as much as comment on how unhinged and narcissistic he is. And he kept working me crazy till it was night. After everyone else had left the office, it was just me and 3 other women left behind to work their butts off. Mrs. Wright is probably still there, I believe, because she was tasked with making all the snacks and favors that would be used for Mr. Raymond's birthday party tomorrow. The man is crazy indeed. You don't know the width of it, Mom. I'm just grateful I was able to get off work at last. This bed is pretty comfortable. When do you have to report to the office tomorrow? 8 a.m. Wow, so you're going to wear the same clothes? I don't have a choice. I'm actually thinking of quitting my job for real. I've had enough of his discriminatory behavior. I'd have really wanted you to do that, but you know it's quite difficult to find a good job. Or any job at all these days. And we need the money. You're right. So please, hold on for me, my dear, even if it's just a little bit. I'll be job seeking in the meantime. It's all going to be fine, I promise.
Congratulations, Imelda. You've been promoted.
Hi, Mr. Raymond. It's a very hot Monday morning today. I'm really not in the mood right now for jokes.
No, Imelda. I'm being serious right now. You wanted a promotion, right?
Yes, but I don't trust you to do anything good to me.
See, I'm sorry, okay? I realize that I've been a bum. Shouldn't have ever treated you or any of the other women in this office like that.
I find this a little hard to believe.
Believe it or not, Imelda, I'm really sorry. So I've come up with the promotion you've always wanted. You'll be going all the way to Africa to work as a project manager for one of our biggest branches there.
What?
Note that your salary will be tripled upon your acceptance of the offer. You'll also get an official vehicle and a house in a choice part of town.
I'm sorry, Mr. Raymond, but I cannot leave my mother behind for a job in a whole other continent.
Who says you must go alone? You can take your mother with you.
I can't. She's not strong enough to take those long flights.
I'm doing this for your mom, Imelda. You both need this money. She needs her asthma medications. At this rate, you won't have any money to take care of her soon.
You keep doing everything because of my mother. Stop talking like you know her.
Oh, but I do. In fact, here's a picture to prove it. Isn't she the one?
Well,
that's what I'm telling you, Imelda. I want you to be able to take care of your mom. I know she means the world to you.
But I cannot go that far, Mr. Raymond. I have a family and a life here.
Who doesn't? But you don't have money here, do you? Smart people go where the money is. I thought you were smart.
Well, I am, but I can't do this.
Relax, okay? Of course, the CEO ordered your transfer, but I wouldn't say you don't have a choice. You can take your time. Think about it and get back to me within 48 hours. Failure to do this will attract a change of plans, and you'll keep being my little hapless minion. Or worse even, you might lose your job entirely. I'm sure you know how difficult it is to get a well-paying job these days.
I know you well enough to know that you're definitely up to something, Mr. Raymond. I don't know what your plans are, but they're not going to work.
Chill and think, Imelda. Remember, you have just 2 days.
Hi, Mom. I'm still at work, but something came up and I need your advice. Oh, hello, Imelda. What's it about? Something crazy happened at work this morning. Mr. Raymond offered me a promotion. Wow! Isn't that news for sore ears? Well, it could have been. If not that I seriously feel like there's something off about this. It just feels fishy that Mr. Raymond will want to push me all the way to Africa to work for a branch of our company there. Will you be working in your current position there? No, they're making me chief project manager at that branch, tripling my pay and providing me with an official ride and a house. What about me? Mr. Raymond said I can take you along. As a matter of fact, he said the CEO ordered that promotion, and that he's doing all of this because of you. And that's what doesn't sit right with you, I guess? Yes, Mom. Mr. Raymond is making a tempting offer, no doubt. But at the end of the day, it all boils down to what you want for yourself. So I'll ask you right now, do you want to go there? I have you here to take care of, Mom. And family and friends. I have a life outside this job. I can't simply pack up and leave because they said so. And to think they're sending me to Africa. I've heard there are gorillas and tigers and lions and all their cities are jungles. That is definitely not a place I want to be. I'd rather quit, honestly. Now we both know that's not true. Africa is truly a beautiful place, and none of that jungle junk is true. Are you sure you're an enlightened woman? Don't mock me, Mom. I'm not mocking you, really. Okay, why not contact the CEO? No, he's just the same as Mr. Raymond. They both look down on female employees and treat them like housewives, even in the workplace. I cannot bring myself to do that. Surely there should be a way to defer the promotion or make them promote you here. Mr. Raymond said the CEO ordered it, right? Yeah, so? Try to get across to him. He might help you figure something out. Okay. Thanks, Mom. You're the best. Hello, Mr. Luther. I'm Imelda Briggs, one of your staff from the head office. There's something I would really want to discuss with you.
Oh, hi there. Imelda. I think I've heard that name once or twice before from Mr. Raymond. Did he give you my number?
No, sir. I did my research and found it on my own.
Then you must know that I'm sick and in the hospital right now. Why did you text me?
It was urgent. It's about my promotion to Africa.
Oh, you're the one he's sending. You must be good at what you do, then.
I'm a certified accountant and financial advisor, sir. Not a project manager. I do not see why he wants me to go all the way there.
Maybe he sees your potential. He may trust you enough to take on the job.
I doubt it.
Why?
I feel like there's something fishy because he keeps making reference to my sick mom. For instance, he said he was sending me to Africa because of my mom. Like he wants me to be able to take care of her or something.
About that, funny thing. The moment I set my eyes on your profile picture, I could swear I knew you from somewhere. You look a lot like me, I must confess.
Really? That's interesting.
Your father must be real handsome, like me.
I see the things I heard about you are true then.
What did you hear?
That you like to praise yourself?
If I don't, who will? I've come a long way in life, not to be happy about myself, you know. Especially now that I'm not certain how much longer I have.
I'm sure you'll be fine, sir. Let's not lose hope.
I guess you're right there, Imelda. Well, I stand by the fact that your dad has to be a great guy anyway. You're a fine piece indeed.
As awkward as this might be to say, I never got to know my dad, so it would be a joy to find someone I look like. Or maybe someone who agrees that I look like him.
For that sense of identity, yeah?
Seriously. But that's not why I called, sir. I do want a promotion really bad, but I don't want to have to move to a different continent.
Say no more, Miss Briggs. I seem to have picked a liking to you already. Just send in your resume. I'll look into it for you.
All right, here it is.
Oh, wow. You came really prepared.
Listen, I'm desperate, sir.
Something caught my attention just now.
What is it?
Your next of kin. Lucia Briggs.
Yes, that's my mother.
Is this her?
Yes, that's her. But that's actually a very old picture.
That was the last I saw of her.
Wow. Wait, you knew her?
Oh, more than you can imagine, Imelda. I want to see her. When can we meet?
Huh? I thought you were sick and in hospital.
Well, I'm fine now. I just got an email stating that you're laying me off the company, Chief. Please tell me my eyes are playing tricks on me. But they're not, Raymond. I am really laying you off the company. What? Why? What have I done, other than serve you faithfully for over 15 years? Have you really been faithful? I know all that you have done. I know that the day I fell ill, you threw a milestone party at the luxurious apartment I gave you. I know that you took the leverage to fire any staff who dared cross your path. That's not true, Chief. There's no need to lie. I know it all. I know that you took the liberty to unleash your narcissism and gender discriminatory traits. You overworked all the ladies on the staff and refused to promote any of them when it was due. Those women were not doing their jobs, Chief. Even the lunch lady. We all know that she does her job perfectly. I even expressly instructed you to give her a raise while I was away, but you turned the other way and reduced her salary. Did you think I wasn't going to find out? I was only doing what was best for the company's image, including painting me to be a wicked and self-absorbed man like yourself. No. But the straw, really, is that you tried to send my daughter away to Africa so that I would never get to meet her. Your daughter? Who's that? Oh, quit playing a fool right now, Raymond. Else I'll get the cops to pick you up right now. You knew Lucia was Imelda's mother. You knew she could be my daughter. But you deceived me into thinking you wanted her to manage the South African branch. You made me sign her transfer letter. Just because you wanted me to make you CEO. How wicked can you be? I deserve to be in that position, Mr. Luther. Mr. Luther? I have slaved my butt off every day for you for the past 15 years, hoping that you'll one day be my ticket to wealth. And you just want me to give it away for what? Honesty and loyalty? I told you I could feel that something was off about you, Raymond. I felt it the very day your heart became vile towards me. And I should have poisoned your drip the day I had the chance. You'd have died a slow and painful death, Mr. Luther, and no one would have known I did it. Thank my stars you didn't. Now that your true colors have been exposed, consider yourself jobless. That's not a threat. There are hundreds of companies out there that would die to have me oversee their branches. I'm amused that you would think I'd let you go scot-free. No one will hire you at this rate, I guarantee it. You'll roam the streets homeless and jobless till you breathe your last. It doesn't matter what you do. I'll always be content with the fact that you're lying like a helpless leaf in that sickbed. You'll never walk again. About that, there's a news flash. I've been discharged from the hospital. Huh? Finding my long-lost love and my daughter revived me. Imelda is going to be the next CEO of this company, not your narcissistic self. You'll regret this. If I were you, I'd watch what I say at this point. First thing tomorrow morning, I want your office cleared out and a resignation letter submitted to my desk. And don't expect a severance package. You made me lose my job, Imelda. You'll pay for it.
Excuse me? I didn't know I had a barking dog on my contact list.
You're calling me a dog now? All because the tables have turned in your favor?
Is that not enough reason? I deserve this last laugh because you're an all-round terrible person. It's your turn to get served in the same measure you dealt all your subordinates in this office.
I worked several years to get to this position. You cannot just appear and take my entire world away in one night.
Oh, but I can. And I think I've demonstrated sufficiently enough already. Maybe if you treated people better around here, there wouldn't have been a need to rebel against you and call the CEO. But then I wouldn't have found my father. So I'm pretty glad you did what you did.
Fine. Repay the favor by recommending me for a reassignment. That's an order.
Is that how power-drunk you are, Mr. Raymond? I can give you a reality check for free. You're no longer in the position to boss me or anyone else in this office around. You should be grateful you're not rotting in jail right now, actually. And that's only because I didn't tell Dad about how much company funds you've embezzled. If you bug me any further, I will tell him. And trust me, you'll spend the rest of your life in jail.
Hey, it hasn't gotten that far now, has it? We can at least keep that as our little secret, huh?
Agreed. On the condition that you get out of my life and this office and never return.
How am I going to find a job now? I have a wife and kids at home to feed.
You should have thought of them before you started being wicked to others. Did you know that karma is real? Anyway, just because your poor family had no hand in all of your escapades, I could actually make you an offer. I'll give you a job back.
Really?
I said a job, not your job.
Oh,
You'll work here as a janitor. The old one is now too weak to continue working, so he was laid off.
I cannot do the job of a janitor! That's disgusting and demeaning!
Then maybe you can make my burgers and fries. You can take your time. Think about it and get back to me within 48 hours. Failure to do this will attract a change of plans, and you'll keep being a big, fat, hapless fool. And I'm sure you know how difficult it is to get a well-paying job these days.
Stop using my words on me!
I'm sorry, but I cannot help it. They just keep coming. After searching fruitlessly for a job that could match his former position, Raymond, once a high-ranking company manager, found himself facing a harsh reality. He reluctantly accepted the janitorial role within the same company he had once ruled. It was a humbling experience, though not for him, and the employees he had once mistreated now relished the opportunity to return the favor with taunts and pranks. Meanwhile, Imelda continued to thrive in her role as chief accountant and financial advisor. She proved her competence and leadership skills, gradually winning the respect and admiration of her colleagues. With time, Imelda's relentless dedication to her work earned her the title she had long deserved, CEO of the company. Not that she wouldn't have gotten it anyway, being that she was the CEO's daughter. But she transformed the workplace, fostering a culture of equality, respect, and innovation. As for Luther, his love for Lucia rekindled, leading to a heartfelt reunion. The two rekindled their romance and, in a twist of fate, got married. Luther's health improved with each passing day, and he credited his newfound happiness for his remarkable recovery. In the end, Raymond learned the hard way that power, when misused, could lead to one's downfall.